How was the atmosphere for the journey coming back on Wednesday from Hearts? Was it something different that you've not maybe experienced this season so far?
Well, I went back down the road, so from Edinburgh, the traffic was bad with the snow, but that didn't bother me. Let's say it was a more pleasant journey than I had been used to recently. To come away from there with 3 points, 3 valuable points, but we know that. And I bet you the supporter buses and the ones that travelled in numbers, their journey was a lot better getting back up to Dundee. So credit to them for coming down. And like you could feel the difference in the dressing room after the game. There's a sense of like, enjoyment is one of a word, and that's what I said. You enjoy that night. You enjoy the immediate aftermath of the win, but then look, it's quickly forgotten about. You have a look at the table, you see where you are, and then you realise that it switches very quickly to cup business. Now it's great. We want to be in the cup. We want to be winning games in the league and prolonging that and having a long cup run as well. So we got over that pretty quickly. The bus, I'm sure, was fine on the way up. They would have been tired to put in a lot of work, but we were back to work in the Thursday morning and preparing really well for Peterhead, like we would do if it was before going back to Tynecastle again on Monday night. It's going to take that effort, that determination and that quality to get through again.
Looking at the preparation for Monday, it's a little unusual obviously to have a game on a Monday night, nothing at the weekend there. Has that affected the way that the preparation has been for you this week?
I think the last game I played on a Monday night was my best ever game as a manager. It was the night we got promoted, so I'm sure that was a Monday night.
Yeah,
it was, yeah. So no. Look, as footballers and coaches and managers, we're used to playing on different days, nights, whenever it is. It doesn't affect us really, because we go Monday, Sunday. The next week is a bit more difficult when you go Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. I think it is the following week. So, but again, it's what they want to do. The players want to play games. It's a live TV game, so that brings that little edge to it. It's a cup tie. It's a Scottish Cup tie, which I think is extra special. Again, no disrespect to the League Cup, but this is the national competition. This is the one that you want to have the real good cup run in or go and have a chance at it. So no, it doesn't affect preparation. It just means that maybe annoys you having to come in on a Saturday and stand and listen to people like myself and Jordan McGee.
Looking towards obviously Monday, it's not going to be the easiest game. You've covered some of that from there, but the potential obviously and the confidence that must have been built from last week to take into this, it must affect obviously the squad when you look at what you've got, the long journey and then the tough game on the lower thing. But the confidence is still there from last week. Yeah,
look, we've got to use that confidence because we've not won enough league games. We've got to take the positives, which there were a lot of from that game. Not many teams go there and win, so it was a really good victory for us. But again, it's forgot about because you're going up to Peterhead and they'll not be caring that we were at Tynecastle last Wednesday night and won the game. They're there for one reason only as well, and it's to get into the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup. So it's going to be a battle. We know that. We're going to, at times in the game, we're going to need to roll the sleeves up. We're going to need to win that side of it. Just run every bit as hard as we did at Tynecastle. Work every bit as hard. Leave nothing on the pitch. We had a real scare here a couple of years ago, so we're under no illusion just how hard it can be in these cups, particularly going away from home, and we need to be up for it. And if we think we're going up there just because we're a Premiership side and they're a couple of divisions below us, it's going to just be a one-sided affair, then those players will be in for a shock. So they know, and thankfully we know that as well, that's not going to be the case, and we'll go up there with an attitude as if it's a Premier League game and it's another cup final for us, because we want to get through to the next round and make sure that we're in the hat for the draw.
With technology as these days obviously being much better, does it make the analysis and the preparation for the game easier for you to see more and identify areas of the opposition that you might not have had over the last few years?
No, so I think since I've been the manager, like with Matty was the analyst with my under-18 team, so Matty's great. I have a great working relationship with Matty, and the work that goes in, the work he does behind the scenes, and a lot of that goes unnoticed, if I'm honest, because it's not something on the forefront or it doesn't get brought up. So I'm glad it's been brought up, but we know everything about Peterhead we need to know. We played them in a B game this season, or game we've had them watch since the draw been made. We've got all their footage. Well, that's Hearts or Peterhead, then the same time, the same effort and the same work goes into the analysis side of it. But the 11 players plus the 5 subs we can use will determine the outcome on Monday night. Not the analysis will help that, but it's going to be down to the team picked, the attitude and the determination to try and get sailing in a quarter final of the cup, because the chance of that doesn't come round very often.
Last one for me is looking at the new addition this week. You must be glad to get that over the line. Such a player of quality. I know you're reluctant to speak to it before he got there, but what can you tell us about this new addition to the squad this week?
He's a very commanding centre back. He's quick, good on the ball, and he's got experience in the Scottish game. Obviously, people look back and he played in the Kilmarnock team that went down. Tommy Wright did try and sign him again, but he started the season for Bournemouth and played a few games in the Championship. And then obviously they've come down. They've got a massive budget. They've been able to go out and bring players in, and they see the potential in him, but they want him out playing games. So when it came up, and he had a few offers in England, but I think the big thing that turned it for him is he had experienced Scottish football without the fans. And he'd been to Celtic Park, he'd been to Ibrox, places like that without any fans, and he wanted to come up here and experience what it's like when there's full houses, derbies, Dundee derbies, going to places like Tynecastle. Now, he wouldn't have been there last year actually, because Hearts were in our league, so but places like that, Easter Road, he wants to go there where there's big crowds, and he wanted back. He enjoyed his time at Kilmarnock, albeit he was disappointed they got relegated, but he's a very welcome addition to us, and the fact that Tommy wanted to bring him back and the Bournemouth rate him so highly, and we've seen enough of him, and he knows the Scottish game was enough for us, and we obviously never got Ricky Lamy over the line, but again, him in's a big bonus to us, and he'll help us towards the end of the season.
Okay, Jordan, Scottish Cup Monday night, an unusual night to be hitting the Scottish Cup. Trip up to Peterhead.
Yeah, looking forward to it. You know, big game, chance to get to the quarter final in the cup, and something that the boys in the dressing room, the club are striving to do. And looking forward to it.
Looking at these types of games that you have in the Scottish Cup, it's a wee bit of a breather from the pressures of the league, but it creates a whole different pressure going up to Peterhead.
Yeah, you know, you always get pressure in these games. Peterhead are right up for it. You know, it's down to us to make sure that we match that, and I'm sure we will. We go up there and we fight our corner and hopefully come away with a result, and show Peterhead the respect that they deserve. You know, they're a good team. I've played against some friendlies, League Cup games as well. You know, they're a good side, and it should be a good game. But we need to make sure we go up there first and foremost and roll the sleeves up and win a battle.
Confidence must be buzzing through after the result against Hearts.
Yeah, it was massive. Obviously, the Hearts game, pick up 3 points in the league, it's obviously gutting it. The fact that the league's now stopped for a wee while because we wanted to keep the momentum going. But you know, now we're in the Scottish Cup, we need to concentrate on that and try and get as far as we can get, and then when the league comes around, make sure our heads are screwed on for that.
Do you feel that things were a little different midweek for Dundee when they were playing at Tynecastle? Or?
Not really. I just think they've got a luck on our side this time. We've been creating chances in some games, maybe they're not going in, and we've been giving away some silly goals in games as well. And I think we cut that out Wednesday night. That's what we need to do. We need to give the attacking players a platform to go and win us a game, which they've done on Wednesday night. So if we can keep up what we're doing and keep working hard and sticking together, and we'll be far off. The
Scottish Cup has its own kind of magic that it brings, obviously. What's it like in the changing room just before a Scottish Cup tie, especially when you're away from home?
It's good, you know. It's good old-fashioned dressing room. You've got the Peterhead and places like that. Tough place to go and play. Tough venues, and you know, it's something that you treasure, and it's experience a footballer. You know, it's and you appreciate all the different grounds, and especially in the Scottish Cup in the quarter final, a chance to get to the quarter final. And a good tie for us. You know, we need to make sure that first and foremost our attitudes are bang on, and you know, we're ready to go out and roll sleeves up.